How did you and DJ Quik initially hook up?
I met Quik through Black Tone.
Okay.
Through Black Tone. Quik came down to the shop one day. Tone had his baseball card shop called Sports Fan. And Quik came down to the shop. And, I'd actually hung around Tone for years before I even met Quik. And the first day I met him, man, I just started busting, beating on the table and shit. And it went on from there, man. He was like, man, got to get this dude in the studio.
Okay. Now, before then, did you have stuff recorded and, you were putting out songs and stuff like that, or not really?
Not really, man. I was just stockpiling rhymes and shit. But yeah, I was going to the studio, but it was nothing like the production of David Blake. You know what I mean? But I was ready, though.
Okay. Okay. So you've been basically writing rhymes and putting stuff together. So by the time you met him, you just had to hit the gas.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And how long after you guys met did that first album come together?
Shit, that's a good question. I don't know, man. It wasn't that long, though. I mean, that long could be some years, coming from a motherfucker who didn't mind the time period because I knew I was going to do this one day. It didn't matter how long it took. That's probably why I really don't remember to the date of it. But it took a minute.
Okay. And I heard that first album came together in what, like 30 days or something like that?
Yeah, 28 days or something like that.
Okay.
And
you said it was just one big party.
It was one big party, man, and one big learning experience, too. You know what I mean? Because Quik, he lives up to his name. The boy's fast. He cook up a beat, man. In no time, and we remained around family. His family, his nephews, his cousins, all that, man. His family knew my family. Compton and whatnot. So it was cool. And man, we had so much fun. Cause see, Quik got to saying, man, if you partying while you making the music, motherfuckers gonna party listening to it. And we partied. We partied like a motherfucker, boy. And I didn't realize that recording a record in 28 days was something special. Then, it was special to him. So I looked at that like, okay, cool, shit,
So like, if you remember that 28-day session,
hell
what
yeah.
do you think was like the highlight? Like, what was that one story that really stands out from the recording of that first album?
One story that would describe that whole record. First thing comes to mind, me and Quik, we was sitting behind the O2R, the console, and and Quik just looked over at me. He said, "Free, when is your birthday?" I said, "January 17th, 1970. And he turned all the music off. And he said, "What?" "January 17th, man, 1970. He said, "Free, my birthday is on the 18th, man." Right? And this is after I knew him for a while. And I'm like, whoa, that was a trip. Oh, and then a lot of times, man, we have a studio session, and I'll be a couple of cities over, man, with them hoes down on the track, trying to get as much as I can. And a couple of times he had to come get me from out there and finish recording. That was a trip. That tripped me out.
Why did you call the first album Street Gospel?
Because it's a language of players. When you go back to that married man who lost his wife, to that pimp, and during their relationship, man, she was so distant, but now wide open, for this dude that she just met. Then the words this man must be saying to her are powerful. I call it the gospel. This is another part of the gospel, so that's why I call it street gospel, Hey, Vlad, some people thought it was a Christian record, man. I ain't lying, man. Some good Christian folks, man, looked at me one day and shook their head.
I love it.
They put that motherfucker in. It was like, get your money while you bullshitting comes on, with this dark, backward effect. Quik was jumping up and down about. So probably, spooked a lot of people, but I didn't mean to do that. Some people just, took that as a church record, maybe.
So were you surprised as to the impact of that album?
Hell yeah. What? I'm getting pussy today from that record, Jack. You hear me, Vlad? You understand me? Yeah. It's really crazy. Man, we recorded Get Your Money While You Bullshitting, man. I was just trying to make Quik laugh, man. That's all I was doing. See, this is how smart David Blake is. He knew that. So he kept laughing. And he wouldn't let me get off the mic. Like, no, freak, just keep going. Just. And I remember we did Get Your Money While You're Bullshitting in sections. And because we would always move the equipment from one house to another house, then Pee Wee house, and then go to Jackie's to get some equipment, then Rialto house. And he would, we'd be in the middle of recording and he would start clapping his hands, turn all the music off and look around. And he'd be like, this ain't the room for this song. And I did not understand what he was talking about or what he meant. He wasn't getting the sound in that room that he was looking for. Man, it's deep. It was deep, Jack.
Right. Yeah, I think people forget that Quik is also an engineer, not just a producer.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch, man. We finna record a little EP, little 6-song EP pretty soon. I'm looking forward to that. Dude got this incredible work ethic, man. And he got this way of prepping you for any session. He puts something on your mind first, and then just start going in on shit, man.
Yeah. Now there were times where you and Quik weren't getting along.
Yeah, man. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you the truth today.
Okay.
Me and Quik went to the store, went to the dairy on Rosecrans in Compton, right by Rosecrans Elementary School, and got some milk and cookies. I had some pasteurized milk. Quik had some vitamin D. I dipped my cookie in this milk and the shit blew up in our face. You know what? Nothing was wrong with me and David, man. Quik is very, very smart. I mean, do you really think Snoop and Iggy have problems? No. You know what I mean? But every now and then, somebody got to stir up some shit to keep the people talking. So really it's just all game. You know what I mean? Because, my man came to me and he apologized. I said, for what, man? He was like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, ain't nobody tripping, man. Here we are. We still here. And we got we went right in the studio room, man, and started cooking again. you know? Because see, one thing about me, I'm gonna make it hard for another MC to come take my spot, or, you know, whatever. That's my goal. That's my goal. That's why I live my life. You know, I mean, I was a fan of Quik, man. You know what I mean? And now here it is, you know, I work with him. It's still exciting today. It's still shocking today. And I'm gonna keep that spot. You know what I mean? I'm in the studio almost every day just to keep my tools sharp. And nigga busting like a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? You know, just, you know, from staying sharp like that. And one of those reasons is because Blake is so unique and so professional. You know, it's not something, you know, this is not some production that I would want to lose or miss out on or not have any part of one day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm like that.
Yeah, man. Y'all sound great together, so I'm glad that that's still rolling.
Man, hell yeah, man.
What do you think about Charlemagne comparing, you know, to Pimp a Butterfly and you know, Sugar Free's influence?
I heard myself.
He acting like he up in here fighting some big murder trial and everybody's in there pointing him out and snitching. He acting like he went to jail. He acting like he just, like the whole snitched on theme of it is just like some made up cartoon type shit, you feel me?